there's been a lot of like, not a lot, it's like collaborations like blading and roller skating.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us about that because
how did that start?
Yeah.
And also I was curious, like, you know, like sometimes like the like skateboarders and bladers sometimes is like there's like a
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think that's changed over the years. But
Yeah.
is there anything like that with roller skaters, skateboarders, roller skaters, bladers? Was there any like before you guys started talking and working together? Was there any of like those preconceived notions like, oh, I don't know about that?
Yeah,
career?
for sure. You
Yeah,
know,
totally,
like,
right?
if
Skeptical
I'm
on a
being
new
completely
sport.
honest with you guys,
Yeah.
everybody in roller skating was scared of going the way of rollerblading, you know, like
Yeah.
we all love blades and stuff, but people were nervous about being identified with that scene,
Right.
I guess.
Totally.
But, you know, not nervous enough to ever like act on it or do anything. Everybody just kept skating.
No,
It was
totally.
great. And
Yeah.
I think definitely it is different being female, you know? It could work in your favor. It could really work against you. But I think that's the thing that we're battling more than across like different sports
Right.
is being girls at the skateboard.
Yeah, it's like bigging up the girls.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed in the thing. It's like yeah, you guys coming together like
Yeah.
and doing like all like I noticed you were skating with like Kay and then like the all female thing
Oh my God.
in Spain. that
Coco,
you
when I
guys
met
did.
Coco
And
Sanchez.
Coco, right? Yeah.
I was at the Vans indoor and this girl just like walks in and starts like flying around like a ninja and I was
Yeah.
like, who is that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so when I first moved to Long Beach, I feel like I met Tim and Ernie like one of the first 3 days I was here. And so I was immediately friends with those dudes and I was like, you guys, they have like a warehouse and they like rollerblade and like this is
Yeah.
so cool. And like I loved rollerblading growing up, but I didn't know there were competitions.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask that if you knew like anything about blading
Nothing.
at all. Okay.
Nothing. I just knew like it was fun, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And when I moved out here and I started meeting all of these, you know, professional rollerbladers, I was like, whoa, this is a thing. And then I was like, now this is the real underground stuff. You know, this is
You're
what
like
the other
everybody
action
else.
sports really want to be like. And then when I was doing like the couch surfing thing and trying to figure stuff out, I was living on my friend Bonsai's couch, who started dating Chris Calkins.
Okay.
And so for like a year of my life, me and Chris hung out on that couch and he showed me blade videos.
Oh wow.
So that was like kind of, and then I learned how to skate like just following him around in the bowl. So blading was a huge part of my skating ever since I very first moved here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and not only have you gone on these trips, and I want to know how you met Josh and everything, but I was gonna mention the video that we were talking about before of you like skating on blades and like battling out
yeah.
at what we were trying to say. First of all, like what made you like want to try it? Like and what the and yeah, how was that experience?
Okay, so with roller skates right now, here, let me pull my skate up.
Okay,
Yeah, do it.
I'm sure you guys, we get lots of questions from
Yeah.
bladers about our grind blocks, but this is a roller skate, right? This is the piece that you slide on. And I was always like seeing people put these on in the beginning. They're way better now. The design is way better.
Yeah, it looks
But
really
5
good.
years ago when people were figuring this out, I was like, why are y'all doing that? You're not grinding at all. You're like,
They were on
you know,
nothing,
like,
right? They were on just like the metal,
The metal,
or the boot, I guess.
sometimes on the metal, but sometimes just on like different, they have like wood ones they were experimenting
Oh.
with. Everybody's just experimenting with different materials.
Wood.
And I'm like, you guys, somebody's already done this.
Yeah.
It's on a rollerblade. You should put blades on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I was kind of a snob the whole time about like putting grind blocks on my skates because I was like, but that's already been invented. Like,
Yeah.
what?
You want to do your own thing, kind of, with it?
I guess I was like, I'm just gonna like really embrace the roller skate. Like I
Totally.
really wanted to like embrace what it was and not have like
Make
a
it your
heavy
Yeah.
its own, yeah.
retrofitted chunk of plastic on there.
Right.
Now I'm converted. I love it. Like, but the reason I wanted to blade was because like I just wanted to slide. You know, I just wanted to like
Yeah.
in a bowl, like in a pocket.
Right.
Like, I still one day you'll see it.
Yeah.
It'll happen. Anyways, I realized too because I grew up doing gymnastics. Like that was like my discipline.
Yeah, that's clear in like your skating. all
Exactly,
the
yeah,
time.
definitely.
You could see that influence there.
Yeah, it's definitely like my
That's-
soul right there.
Yeah.
I'll always have a special love for gymnastics.
That's the foundation there, right?
Yeah. And yeah. I've been flipping ever since I like put my skates on in the derby almost. But when did I put what were we talking about? Space.
Oh, I'm sorry. About we're talking about the gymnastics and
Blading, the grinding.
yeah, getting into the blading grinding thing. Like, you trying the blades, trying to soul grind, that experience,
why
that
did I
like
wanna do it?
that battle,
Yeah.
and I guess the injury that came forth with that from that too, and what made you also want to try? And I guess you kind of did touch on that, saying
Yeah.
you wanted to slide around, but I guess part of that's maybe from like skating with like interacting with some of the girls like Kay and some
Yeah, the girls
Coco
and the dudes. I mean,
and
all
the
of the
dudes too.
inliners. Yeah. Like, no, I've been influenced, and like their skating has influenced me ever since the very beginning. And then being a gymnast and like wanting to go for gold and having that like ingrained in your head as a gymnast,
Right.
I realized recently that like, oh, if anything might potentially be in the Olympics, it would be rollerblading. And I was like, that would be kind of cool, right? Like, that would be funny if I was like, Mom and Dad, guess what? It did pay off. All the
You're an Olympian.
Thanks.
Not how you thought, but
Yeah, so I don't know. Honestly, like I was just kind of getting like a little. I wasn't doing anything new on my roller skates, and this was like 4 months ago, I think, 3
Okay.
months ago, and I needed just like something new, some inspiration, and I don't know why it just got me really excited. And I was like at Woodward that day, and I was like, I'm gonna put my rollerblades on, and I've had them for a long time, but just never really been skating them.
Like your own pair, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
didn't
got
know.
some from their Saba.
okay.
Yeah.
Sabers are good.
I
Yeah, you got
love
some
like
fancy
those.
joints.
Yeah, they're nice. They're nice. And I don't know. I was just like, I'm gonna learn how to grind today, and I just started going ham.
You like, I didn't watch that much of like your roller skating stuff, but you were going in on that. I'm assuming that's how you just skate in general.
No, I was just. I
No?
tried.
It's just that?
No, I'm actually like not such a. I mean, I guess I'm an aggressive skater, but like I don't thrash myself, and I don't know why. When I put on rollerblades, I'm like, I just wanted like.
You're a
Yeah,
different
you were
person.
thrashing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were relentless on that.
Well, and then I guess okay, so I got too excited because I was trying to do a soul grind down the down ledge, and
Yeah.
that was like
Yeah.
totally failing. And I was watching the videos later, and I was like, duh, dude, you skipped every step in between. So I was still hyped. Went back home the next day, where we have like a warehouse where we run all of our offices and everything for our online shop, and I was like, hey Nick, build me a rail. So I got my friend to run to Home Depot and build me a rail, and then I just like started like, okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna do this responsibly instead of trying to throw my body down a down ledge.
Right.
I'm gonna train responsibly.
Right.
Then I broke my ankle trying to be Goku. So
Oh my god.
On the rail
Yeah.
that you made?
yeah, I'm a little PVC
With blades
rail
or skates?
Blades, which is funny because you were talking earlier about like when you
The ankle-
watch, the ankle support
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
And I think because like I could fall straight on my ankle and my quad skates like completely sideways and flex like
Because your ankles are just so strong, probably.
strong,
from,
and
like-
I just stretch them. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Is that what it is? Because every
Yeah.
time I see some sort of movement, like not just the riding the bulls, but the grind and stuff, like when you front side, which we should get into the names too. I don't know if it is a front side or not.
Yeah.
But like the ankles are just to the sides, and I'm like, oh my god, like
Nah.
need some support. No, like
Yeah.
no
and I
issues.
realized I think I bent at my ankle, and so when I was rollerblading and I was trying to grind, I wasn't like letting my knees bend enough, which is always, you could always bend your knees more. But I think the way I fall, I'm used to just like letting my ankle go, and so I like landed on top of it. It's been 3 months now. I should be skating again soon, so it's all good.
You
I'm
had a
gonna
cast
put
on
the
for a
blades
while?
back on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had a
yeah,
cast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just came off, or
I've been walking without my boot for like two weeks now.
okay, so
Yeah.
on the way,
Yeah.
not too far away. Well, when you come back, you got to start slow because
Yeah.
yeah,
That's your first major injury as like a
My
roller
first one
skater?
ever. It was
Ever?
so humbling. Yeah. You know, like
You're so humbling.
yeah, of course. Like
real.
I've never really ever been immobile in my life.
It's a wake up call.
Yeah. And I had no idea how much movement was like something I needed.
Yeah,
to
Key.
yeah,
do.
exactly.
Yeah.
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 you
So-
fall into depressions like when you. I mean, I don't know about you, but me when like I'm so active and then like I can't do anything
Yeah.
for a while, I get so depressed. I need to do things.
It sucks
but
being
yeah.
like being limited with something you know you could do.
yeah.
It's just like
Yeah, so I let it heal and I hopped in my van and drove across the country. 'Cause I
Where'd
was
you
like,
go?
I'm not gonna sit here and be
That's-
bummed out about this. I'm gonna go on an adventure. Went to Big Bend, went to some hot springs,
Ooh.
got a tattoo in Texas.
Nice.
your first tattoo.
Yeah. So, but the really, really cool thing that came from my injury that I did not expect was how close I feel like I've grown with my audience. So I have all of these people that watch my videos and all these people that are like really, really supporting me this whole time. I get these messages that are like so touching about how I've helped people, but it's not like, when I got hurt, so many people reached out to me, and to this day, like every customer service email we have, because we sell skates online in conjunction with my YouTube, but like people will be like sending me a customer service email and be like, "Hey, Indy, I hope you're doing better," and I don't know why, it just like made me like feel like so connected to them, like, oh my god, you
That's
guys get
awesome.
it.
You're
Yeah.
loved. A lot of people love you, and you don't know that
I
until
know,
something
I'm like,
happens.
you guys really love me. It's not just this like, I don't know. It was cool. It was
No, it's rad getting that support and like
yeah.
yeah, it's
So
really rad.
it was heartwarming. And now I got to make the episode about injuries because everybody can relate. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Especially if you're new to a sport, you don't expect, like, learning how to fall is part of the sport too. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh my gosh.
And when people try to do it, it's straight up like you need to learn how to do your tricks just as much as you need to learn how to fall. And that's not something that's taught really.
No.
And see, I think that's where with gymnastics, it's such an ancient sport and it's been like so developed that the way you learn it and the way you think about it is like broken down to such tiny steps. And every single trick you do, like if you're doing like a release on the uneven bars, the first thing you do is you have to stand up on top of the bar and you have to jump and do a giant belly flop from the ground, like.
No way, really?
Yeah. And you just because you're going to be falling on your face over and over and over and over, and like, yeah. So
gymnastics is so gangster. Like when you watch like the best do it, it's so gangster.
You know how I like to describe this to people, like a kid at the skate park when he's not getting a trick and he's just like, like throwing his board. Imagine like an 8-year-old in a leotard doing that. You know, like they get crazy. Like,
but instead of throwing the board, they're just like punching the high beam.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, those kids are crazy disciplined too.
Yeah, I bet. No, I had a few friends that were in gymnastics, and it's super impressive.
It shows in there skating too, because you're like more limber. You know how to maneuver your body better. I guess I don't know. I don't know what the learning process is in gymnastics, but
it's just like it's not only just like the gymnastics, but it's just like learning a discipline early and then like applying that to other things. Like, you know what I mean? Just like that discipline that comes with that. It's like martial art or something. It's like has those similarities. Like going to karate as a kid or boxing.
Right.
Like that. It's just like that. If you make a mistake, you're going to get hurt. So you got to be disciplined. You know. So yeah, I think that's the thing that I've seen. At least my friends do it. They can apply it other places like that.
Yeah.
We touched on the blading camp thing briefly before. I want to talk about it a little more because was this the first year that roller skating was in blading camp?
Yes. I think the week we did was the first week they ever had quad skating.
Like, what were your expectations going into that? How was it with like the other with blading together? Like, did it exceed your expectations?
And who organized that too? Like, who helped make that happen?
So blading camp is Josh Glowicki's project.
Okay.
But he has a lot of people. He has a solid team of people helping him. And he reached out to me because Barbie, the other gal that he was recruiting, she is in and out of Spain all the time. So I'm sure they met. She's an incredible skater. She's doing handrails on her quads. If you haven't seen
I saw
her.
that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
She's
She kills
like so cool. So she was going and he was like, hey, I got Barbie. I would really love to have you. I'm trying to like really make like a cohesive group of people that's going to be really positive. And I was like, okay, cool, I like what you're saying. And then like the way, because so many roller skating camps now, because it's still so fresh, are like show up and teach for free, and if you don't, why are you an evil person? You know. And so like the way that blading camp, he reached out to me like, hey, I know the value of you being an important athlete, I know the value of what you're bringing to my camp, being a coach, like that was really cool. So he was super respectful, which made me be like, okay, I don't know you. I don't know what your business is, but I'm interested. So yeah, after talking, I was like, okay, I'll trust this guy. I'm down, you know, let's do it. So I flew out to Spain and it was, there were 40 of us, I think, maybe a little bit more, half inline, half quads.
Wow.
It was great.
It was like
That's
legit
awesome.
half and half. So
Yeah,
there was a lot of
limited spaces. So
a lot of quads came out then, like considering it's the first time.
Yeah, everybody just, you know, went for it, jumped right in. So the energy was insane, you know, like I've done like weekend camps, I've been, you know, weekends at Woodward, things like that, but like a full week when you only have that many people, you really get to know everybody, and it was just like something really different in a camp that I haven't experienced before. It was cool.
No, it seemed like really fun from the outside looking in.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even know that like quads were going to be involved in it too. And then I saw the videos and stuff, and there was, like you said, everyone was dancing and having a good time, and it looked like a great time.
Dude, and quads only want more. Like the demand for camps like this and the demand for content is like insane.
I was about to say, like, if that's the first one with 20, I bet
I know, exactly.
even next summer, if it keeps going, like that, it could be huge.
Yeah, the potential's nuts, and it's only you know, as the YouTube grows exponentially, more skaters converted. I don't know.